The importance of self-knowledge in your sex life. We live in a society where sexuality is often surrounded by taboos, myths, and misinformation. From an early age, we were bombarded with distorted ideas about what a normal or satisfying sex life should look like, shaped by family, religion, school, and the media. In this context, self-knowledge becomes an essential tool, not only for personal growth, but for experiencing a healthy, fulfilling sexuality. Understanding what self-knowledge really means. Self-knowledge is the ongoing process of discovering who you truly are, your desires, values, boundaries, fears, traumas, and potential. In the context of sexuality, it means understanding your own sexual preferences, fantasies, and limits, as well as being in tune with your body and how you experience pleasure. It's a dynamic, lifelong journey, and one that's deeply liberating. The more you know yourself, the more conscious your choices become. You're better equipped to express your needs clearly and confidently, and to engage in relationships that are authentic and respectful. This has a direct impact on your sex life, making it more fulfilling and free from external pressure or judgment. Self-knowledge also fosters a more compassionate relationship with yourself. It helps you accept your sexual history, your mistakes, your growth, and the natural changes that come with time. By reflecting on how past experiences shaped your beliefs and behaviors, you can begin to let go of what no longer serves you. Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss any of our content. Sexuality as an integral part of being. Human sexuality isn't just about the act of sex. It's a complex, multi-layered dimension of being human that includes physical, emotional, psychological, social, and cultural aspects. It's reflected in the way we relate to our own bodies, how we express affection, desire, and intimacy, and in how we connect with others. Sexuality is also shaped by history and culture. Different societies have different understandings and norms around sex, which change over time and across contexts. What's seen as acceptable, attractive, right, or wrong is often a social construct. Self-knowledge gives us the power to question these norms and free ourselves from beliefs that do not reflect our true selves. 1. Assertive communication. One of the main difficulties in sexual relationships is the lack of clear communication about desires and boundaries. When you truly know yourself, it becomes much easier to express what you enjoy, what you don't, and what you're open to trying. This prevents misunderstandings and frustration and fosters deeper, more authentic connection with your partner. Non-verbal communication also becomes more intuitive with self-knowledge. Expressing pleasure, discomfort, or interest through gestures, touch, eye contact, and body language flows more naturally when you feel at ease with yourself and your body. 2. Reduced anxiety and insecurity. Sexual insecurity is often tied to unrealistic standards of performance or appearance. Developing self-awareness allows you to embrace your uniqueness, your rhythm, your preferences, your way of experiencing pleasure. This relieves the pressure to perform and invites a more relaxed, enjoyable experience. Knowing yourself also helps you identify emotional triggers that can impact your sex life, like fear of rejection, judgment, or not meeting expectations. Becoming aware of these patterns is the first step to working through them with compassion and clarity. 3. Increased pleasure. Exploring your body, discovering erogenous zones, and being curious about what feels good are powerful ways to expand your capacity for pleasure. Conscious self-pleasure, for example, is a practice of connecting with your body and learning what truly excites you, without guilt, pressure, or distraction. This personal exploration directly enhances shared intimacy. When you know what you like, you can confidently guide your partner, suggest new experiences, and say yes with joy or no with clarity. This builds trust and opens the door to deeper exploration for both people. 4. Autonomy and freedom. Sexual self-knowledge helps you realize that your fulfillment doesn't depend solely on another person. You become the author of your own sexual life, making choices based on your real values and desires, not out of fear of rejection, pressure to conform, or the need for external validation. This also means stepping out of autopilot and embracing new possibilities. Freedom comes when you feel empowered to explore, change your mind, experience pleasure in new ways, and continuously evolve throughout your life. Obstacles to sexual self-knowledge. As powerful as it is, the journey towards sexual self-knowledge can be filled with challenges. Many of us were raised in environments where talking about sex was forbidden or deeply uncomfortable. This kind of upbringing often creates emotional blocks and limits our ability to express our feelings and desires. Pornography can also distort our understanding of sexuality, setting up unrealistic expectations and encouraging performance-driven behavior rather than authentic connection. On top of that, issues such as trauma, sexual abuse, religious repression, or low self-esteem can make it difficult to fully embrace and explore our own sexual identity. Overcoming these obstacles takes courage, self-compassion, and support. Seeking professional therapy, joining support groups, reading educational materials, and exploring holistic practices can all help rebuild a positive relationship with your body and your capacity for pleasure. Self-knowledge and spirituality. A bridge to sacred sexuality. For many people, sexuality is deeply connected to spirituality. Practices like Tantra, orgasmic meditation, and tantric sex explore sexual energy as a creative and transformative force. In this context, self-knowledge is not just a tool for pleasure, it becomes a path to expanding consciousness. Sacred sexuality values presence, respect, surrender, and self-love. It sees sex as a moment of union between bodies, souls, and energies. To reach this state of fullness, the first step is to deeply know yourself, honor your boundaries, and understand what truly nourishes your soul. This perspective goes beyond physical pleasure and invites us into a state of contemplation and celebration of life. When we view sexual acts as sacred rituals, there's no room for shame, guilt, or fear. Only surrender, awareness, and love. Practical paths to developing sexual self-knowledge. Sex therapy. Working with specialized professionals can help identify blocks, challenge limiting beliefs, and develop new ways to experience pleasure. Reading and sexual education. Books, podcasts, courses, and reliable channels offer rich information and thoughtful reflection. Body connection exercises. Practices like dance, yoga, conscious breathing, and gentle self-touch help you tune into your body more deeply. Mindful masturbation. Engaging in self-pleasure with the intention of exploring sensations and discovering what feels good, without rush or pressure. Open conversations with your partner. Honest talks about sex foster closeness and help align expectations. Journaling experiences. Writing about your sexual experiences, feelings, and insights is a way to reflect on your personal journey. Self-compassion and patience. Respect your own pace and avoid judgment for not knowing or feeling pleasure as you wish. Self-knowledge is a journey, not a finish line. Mindfulness practices. Being fully present in the moment helps heighten bodily and emotional awareness during sexual experiences. Final considerations. Our sex life is a reflection of our relationship with ourselves. When we cultivate self-knowledge, we create space for a more conscious, free, pleasurable, and authentic sexuality. This doesn't mean all problems magically disappear, but that we gain inner tools to face challenges with more love and maturity. Investing in self-knowledge is an act of self-love that goes beyond physical pleasure and manifests in every area of life. Sexuality stops being just an act and becomes an expression of our most authentic and whole self. Conscious sexuality leads to healthier relationships, a more alive body, and a calmer mind. Through self-knowledge, we learn that sexuality is a natural gift, an essential part of human existence, and that its blossoming is a path of healing, pleasure, and truth. Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss any of our content.